Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do some more first impressions of samples that I picked up at Essence. I was handed a bag from another reviewer filled with House of Oud and ThoO. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, I'm presuming it's ThoO. Basically, House of Oud, with those big kind of egg bottles, have separated their brand slightly into a second brand which looks exactly the same, except it's called ThoO instead of House of Oud. The reasoning behind that is because of the name Oud in the house title, that they wanted to show that they can make fragrances without oud in the note breakdown. So these fragrances don't contain any oud, so they separated it from the brand by calling this collection ThoO instead of House of Oud, so it doesn't put people off. So I've got 4 samples of ThoO to go through in this video. So the first one is called Keep Glazed, and this one has this kind of bottle. So the notes for this one, Keep Glazed, with top notes of frozen lemon, mango and strawberry leaf, body chantilly cream with coconut râpé and ginger crumble, with a base note of fruity musks and precious woods, and described as a fruity gourmand made in Italy. Right off the top I got a whiff of coconut. You definitely get a raspberry note. This is the one that Timmy really likes, I believe. Timmy described this as smelling like a raspberry milkshake. And I don't disagree. It does smell like a thick, creamy raspberry milkshake, maybe with some shavings of fresh coconut on the top of the milkshake. I actually quite like it. It's not bad. It's definitely feminine. It leans more feminine. Very pleasant, kind of mass appealing, nothing to dislike if you like that kind of thing. It smells like basically a thick creamy raspberry milkshake with a little bit of coconut shaving on the top. Very likeable and leaning on the feminine. So we'll move on to the next one, which is called Each Other. The notes for Each Other are citrus notes, grapefruit and pink pepper on the top, with coriander, calamus and wormwood in the mid, and the base being vetiver, labdanum and grey amber. And this is described as an urban vetiver in the description, and the bottle is kind of slightly graffiti styled. It's a subtle fragrance, it's not a powerhouse, unless my nose is burnt out already. It's kind of dark, kind of spiced, musty. The citruses don't really come through on paper, at least. You definitely get the coriander and pink pepper, definitely. And kind of what I would describe as a musty vetiver. There's almost kind of a musky, kind of musty blanket of woodiness, along with this kind of herbal spice. It's quite dry. I think the coriander with the vetiver kind of makes this quite dry. It almost feels like it sucks the moisture out of the room. That one definitely leans on the masculine side of things. I can't think too many women would be attracted to that one. So the next one is called The Time, in this splashed blue bottle. And the notes here read bergamot, wormwood, blue chamomile, with blue tea, iris and verbena in the mid, and cedarwood, musk, amber and black tea in the base, described as a peaceful floral in the card there at the bottom. So we'll give this one a spray. Okay, this is very light. The first note that hit me was the tea. Tea and chamomile. It smells like chamomile tea. Very mellow. Oh, I get a hint of the wormwood. It's like chamomile tea with yeah, just a nuance of wormwood. Interesting. It's quite minimal. If it wasn't for the wormwood, I would say I've smelled quite a few fragrances like this. It doesn't smell unique. The wormwood gives it a bit of a weird twist. Wormwood can be a bit of a peculiar smelling note. From a first impression, it's very pale, it's soft, and it's built mostly around like chamomile tea with just a little wisp of the wormwood note. Very mellow. I would say it's unisex. It is quite peaceful, I would agree with that. It's a calming, kind of relaxed, chilled out fragrance. More spring and summer, kind of light, airy. It's okay, but there's not huge character to it. It feels quite minimal, but it's not bad, to be honest. It's just a little bit simple. If you want something a little bit more complex and interesting, you probably won't be into that one. The last one we have here is called Live in Colour, or Live in Colours, with head notes of lemon, grapefruit and red fruits, with body ginger and pink pepper, base musk, henoki wood and amber. And there you go, that is the bottle design. So this is the last one, and then we'll do kind of a recap of all four. So we'll give this one a spritz. This one feels a little bit flat off the top. It's quite mellow and soft. I would describe this as a light, musky, very pale, soft wood scent with a nuance of fruit. Very, very mellow. Not all that interesting. I can't imagine too many people like smelling that and falling in love with it, going, oh, this is amazing. I just can't really see it. It's something that you would kind of go, okay. That's the impression it gives to me. It's a little bit bland, not that interesting, not that complicated. The scent is very, very soft. We'll have to see how that goes on skin. If there's any that you want me to review specifically, please let me know. I'll probably review the raspberry milkshake one because that's the one that smells the nicest to me, but we'll head back through them now and go through them again. So the thyme in the blue bottle here. This had the chamomile tea with the wormwood note. It still reminds me of chamomile tea with a wisp of wormwood. I don't think that one's going to change much. We'll head to the vetiver fragrance. This is called Each Other. Again, a very dry, musty, woody fragrance. The coriander and kind of a musty touch of vetiver. A musty, dry, spiced wood. Not that appealing to me, not that interesting, to be honest. We'll go back to the very first one, which is called Keep Glazed. This is the nicest one. I get more coconut now. So this is the raspberry, thick, creamy raspberry milkshake with coconut shavings. But the waiter's come along and shaved some extra coconut shavings on there. It's getting a little bit more coconutty now, and I don't particularly like coconut. If you like kind of raspberry milk and coconut, then you would probably love this one. Yeah, if you want me to review a specific one, let me know, but that's my general first impressions of them. They don't smell that niche. Like, do you know that I was saying that Milan, like the fair, like niche is kind of mainstream and a bit boring and a bit repetitive and a bit non-inspiring? This is a good example of that, where they feel very... like these could be designer fragrances. Like, I wouldn't be surprised smelling those in designer fragrances. They're just generally considered a little bit bland and pleasant. Not that inspiring, but ultimately generally pleasant. Yeah, that's it. That's the first impressions of ThoO by House of Oud. I'll see you again next time with another video. Take care, everyone. Bye.